Hi, and welcome to the latest edition of Urban Myths and Legends. We're here at Union Cemetary in Middle Island, and we're going to give you the history and haunted history that are associated with this location. Originally in the early 1700s, it was a farm owned by the Sweezy family. The Sweezy family kept it as a farm for a very long time until it was eventually purchased and turned into a cemetery. A lot of the parcels of land here were owned by the Sweezy family, and they were later on parceled out to big prominent members of the community. Anyone from the town clerk, pastors, there's a local church across the street. So a lot of those people here were probably buried in this cemetery. Also, in the 1990s, there was a man who lured a woman here who was telling her that she was going to be part of a ritual. Unfortunately, when she arrived, she was beaten and raped. She was able to escape, and the guy was charged, and he's away in prison for a very long time.
Some of the paranormal claims that happened here at Union Cemetery in Middle Island is that there was another paranormal team here, and they were kind of in the middle of the cemetery, and two of their investigators were sitting on the bench. And in the middle of the investigation, they saw a white apparition. It was pretty distinct. Like, it was like a full-blown white apparition just walking in the middle of the cemetery and just disappear. They radioed to the other team to see if any of their members were walking around, and nobody was. They were all just stationed where they were supposed to be. Some of the other claims that happened here, you see a lot of shadow people when you're kind of taking a step back. Looking at the cemetery, you'll see just black shadows just kind of dart between trees to trees or stones to stones. So it's definitely pretty interesting. On the occasion, you will feel a cold spot as well. It would just come over as like a random cold spot, get really cold, and it just dissipates and goes away. So these are some of the things that we have, seen here and witnessed. Unfortunately, we were never able to capture any of that on our, audio, video, or photography. We have investigated the cemetery multiple times, and so far we really haven't caught much evidence to kind of go with those claims of calling it haunted. This is the actual bench that the other team was sitting on, and they were kind of just looking straight at the cemetery, and once again, they were like halfway through their investigation, and they saw what looked like a white apparition just kind of walking and then just disappear. Our team has had a lot of experiences over here as well with seeing shadow people dart from tree to tree and bush to bush and stones to stone. So it happens a lot. We were able to debunk a little bit of it from my cars passing by. So that's like kind of our new thing is when we're investigating, that's the first thing we check. If we see a shadow person after it disappears, look in the road. Did any cars pass by? So we have found out that there actually are some things that do occur here.
Over here, we had a personal experience where it was myself, Rocco, and a couple of other investigators, and we were doing an EVP session. And during our EVP session, we had asked if somebody was here, if they could give us a sign of their presence. And within like 5 seconds, this bush, the entire thing rattled. It's a little bit chopped down there. They recently cut it down. It was a lot fuller before. It was actually covering up a lot of this headstone, so they did trim it back, but this whole entire bush moved. Also, when we were here, we were standing in this corner right here, and we were looking out into the pathway, and we did actually witness what the other claims were. We saw a white figure walk straight across this pathway that splits the cemetery in half. And it was myself and Shannon, and we couldn't explain it. We kept trying to follow it, look, and see if we could see where it was coming from. We radioed to the other teams. It was nobody. It just gradually walked across the field, so. Thank you for joining us for this latest edition of Urban Myths and Legends. We hope you enjoyed the tales here, and we'll hope to see you next time on our next episode. See you then.